Okay, now that you've got your program set up, you need to start defining your variables. We have our CPU defined. We come over here, we have our variable list. Zoom in on that, you can see that. Variable list. You right click on that, new variable. In this case we want a Boolean. Okay? Use the Boolean for your inputs and your outputs and your memory coils. Okay, Boolean. Give you a name. Let's call this input 1. I use all capitals. Makes it easier to read. Now if you look below there, you're going to see the properties set up for this. You've got the name. You can enter in a description. Okay. Array dimension, single dimension. Address type. I'm going to type 1I and hit tab, and it'll automatically fill this out. That's a shortcut with Proficy. If you type 1I and tab, it'll then fill it all out for you. Or I could click the little triple dot and get this. Okay? What it allows me to select my type, index, and then we said OK. So it's there. Now if I want to come back here and say I have 8 inputs, input 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, click on the first one, duplicate, and we're going to do number of duplicates, 7. Now if I come back over here, alright, input 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and you'll see down there that the addresses are all updated. Okay, input 3, all the addresses are correctly indexed and everything there. Now if I want to come back here and change my names, okay, input 1, PB1. Oh, sorry about that. Input 1, PB1. There we go. And I'm going to put a description that this is a normally open. Okay. Now I'm going to go to input 2. PB2. Okay. And give a description of this. Normally open. Let's go to input 3. Push button 3 is a normally closed push button. Okay. Same thing with input 4. You go there, change the name. Okay. Now, I'm going to leave the other inputs alone. I'm going to come up here. New variable, Boolean. Okay. Let's call this output 1. Now you see when I named it, it dropped down from the top to the bottom. That's because we're sorted by name. I can right click this, sort by address. Okay, output 1 is down here. Okay, and as you can see right there, this is yellow, so I don't have an address for that yet. So type 1Q. There it is, all set up, output 1. Now I can come up, select it again, duplicate, and we're going to give us 4. There we go. Again, they're all set up there. Now one of the things on the outputs that you want to check and make sure, at least initially here, that we have that the retentive, this retentive field is set to false. Okay? Have that turned off. If it is set to true, make sure you set that to false for right now. Okay, now we got your variables set up there. If you need some words, another variable type, we'll go Boolean. We need some words. Okay, we need a word for a timer, so I'm going to call this timer 1. Okay, now with my timers, they're a little different. As you know, in the other labs, we're going to go and come here, array dimension of 3 for my timers. And my first, we'll bring this up. Timers are register type. Okay, and we will come over here, scroll down there to a register. Okay, and it selected my first index for me. So okay. Now if I look back over here, you'll see I've got the timer with 0, 1, and 2. My 3 timers set up there, my 3 registers set up there for my timer. Okay. Now I'm going to create one more variable, new variable, Boolean. Okay. And I'm going to call it, I'm just going to call this CR1 for a control relay. This will be an internal relay. Okay. And I'm going to scroll down here for my memory type. Click on my expansion. And in this case, I'm going to put my memory area being a discrete internal. This is just like a Q discrete output, but it's internal only, and it does not have contacts connected to it. And so give me an index of 1. Now if I come back over here, you'll see it set it up to address of M1. Okay?